Hello fellow Star Wars fans, my name is Starrapter and welcome to the channel. Today we're going to be reviewing Star Wars Jedi Knights, issue number 9. This one's called Chrysalis, and this is written by, of course, Mark Guggenheim with artwork by Madibek Muzabekov. This is the penultimate issue of this 10-issue miniseries. We are picking up on the big plot thread of who this Corlis Rath assassin is, why did he almost kill Qui-Gon, and what's his backstory. So Qui-Gon has awoken from his induced twilight sedation as the doctor at the Jedi Temple on Coruscant says. So I'm very curious what that actually could mean. But when we get down to the nuts and bolts of this issue, it's Qui-Gon coming to the realization of he finally knows who this character is, because at the beginning of this issue, he doesn't have any idea of who Corlis Rath is. Corlis Rath has a vendetta against Qui-Gon, and his entire run of comics, he's trying to figure out who he is. So to figure out who he is, he has to take a trip down memory lane. Him and Count Dooku were on Sansara, and that is the planet that was referenced by Corlis Rath as he was supposedly killing Qui-Gon, but not really in a couple issues ago. And it turns out that basically Qui-Gon and Count Dooku were alerted to these people on this planet, and they have their own people, have a faction, and they are these marauders and just ne'er-do-wells that need to get dealt with. So Qui-Gon and Count Dooku go, and Qui-Gon is the leader of this point. He is Count Dooku has given him the lead with this mission. He is still a Padawan, but he's training as the Academy, right, would want him in the trials, if you will. And well, things don't go right. He goes in there, tries to, deal with these criminals, and they don't want to deal with them in that way, so they retreat. And that's when we realize that Count Dooku is seeing insides of the dark side, saying sometimes diplomacy won't work, and you have to use you have to fight. And then Qui-Gon's questioning that, going, wait, we're just peacekeepers. And it's that whole idea of like, okay, Qui-Gon and Count Dooku, master and apprentice. We'll see what way Count Dooku goes later in life. So I really like this Jedi philosophy. And in the present time, you have Qui-Gon that is speaking, to the leader there in the Jedi Temple, and she's basically saying that, hey, these are the same people, and Qui-Gon is going, oh wait, no. This Sansara people, they can change their appearance. That's the interesting thing, right? Is like they modify their appearance. And that's where the title of this issue comes in. Chrysalis, this way that these Sansaran people that get into this mob, they transform their face to be unrecognizable. And that's really the reason why Qui-Gon didn't know about this guy. And we go back into the past, and Count Dooku has convinced Qui-Gon to take another stab at trying to deal with these marauders. And that's when Qui-Gon, he ends up challenging this guy to a duel to get things straight. And the guy won't duel with him because he's too young. He feels like that's crazy. I'm not going to try to kill a kid, but I have my own kid or whatever to deal with him. And that's when we get the introduction of Davros Hex, who AKA is Corlis Rath. And that's where we have this whole thing. And that's the big reveal, is this character Qui-Gon knew, but he looked completely different in the past. So that's the long walk around that explanation. It's interesting. I like how the issue went back and forth between the past and the present to allow us to see the thought process for Qui-Gon Jinn, realizing what's going on here with this character. So I did enjoy that. But overall, this is kind of an interesting thing. I go, oh yeah, he just completely transformed his appearance, and that's the crux of the story. Take with that what you will, but the artwork is still great. I still like just seeing more Qui-Gon, especially the young Count Dooku and the young Qui-Gon was quite a thrill for me. So what did you think of this one? Are you going to be picking up the final issue coming out next month? Let's talk about it in the comment section down below. For more on Star Wars, you are already in the right place. Go ahead and check out all the other content I have available on the YouTube, and make sure you subscribe. That's going to do it for me, Starrapter. Thank you so much for watching, and may the Force be with you always.